Are you okay being the breadwinner in a relationship?
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship. You mean any man I'm with?
Yeah.
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship.
But would you be okay if you were?
I'm not. There's no man I know from you or he got a regular job. He work at a warehouse. He is the head of the household. He is the breadwinner. I will chip in as he see fit because he's the head. Now, this is the way I was raised. A lot of women not gonna agree with me.
No, they ain't gonna agree with that.
I'm cool if you don't.
The breadwinner, he has normally, that person has the larger voice in the relationship.
Even if I make more money, it doesn't make me the breadwinner.
Oh, okay.
I am advice and concurrence. He is the head of the household. This is what I believe.
But what if you got the money, you making the money?
No, this is what I believe. He's a man. He is the head of households. People need to start reading Ephesians. That's what I believe. I may be strong-willed. I may make money. I want to make his life better and easier, but I'm not the head of the household.
Good afternoon, YouTube family. Today is Monday, February the 10th, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to show support to my son and I. He and I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Well, family, what do you think about what Miss Underwood had to say on this topic? What do you think your role is? And I'm talking to the ladies. In fact, ladies, are you okay with being the breadwinner in your relationship? And let me expound on breadwinner. To me, it's not just about how much money you're bringing in, but are you overly masculine? Are you hyper masculine, ladies, where you begin to take on the role of a man in your relationships? So they were specifically talking about from a monetary aspect, from a financial aspect, but we got to look at this thing from a broad spectrum, because when you start talking about money, you also start talking about who has the bigger voice in the relationship, who's the shot caller. So more time, even more so than not nowadays, in today's time, women are more degreed than ever, highly degreed. Some make good money. Some make very good money. And not always, but most of the time, these women that are highly degreed, make good money, they are overly masculine. They're not feminine. They're definitely not submissive. And some might be fit, but it depends on what you call fit. So when Miss Underwood said that it doesn't matter what kind of man she dates, it don't matter if it's the guy working in the warehouse, it don't matter if it's the CEO. And from her perspective, the man is always going to be the leader in her relationship. So she went on to say that it doesn't matter who she dating. She's not the breadwinner in the relationship. Even when Shannon Sharp pressed her and said, "But would you be okay with it?" And Miss Underwood didn't back down from the fact that no, it's not going to happen, because I know my role, and my role is not to be over a man. It's not in relationship wise. Now, if you own a job and you a boss, a female boss, and you got subordinates up under you, yeah, in that role, you are in a leadership capacity. But when you punch the time clock and you off from work and you go home, you are not, or you should not bring that type of energy to your household. And like Miss Underwood said, it don't matter if I make more money than my man. He is always going to be the leader. Doesn't matter if he work in the warehouse. Don't matter if he work at the steel mill. Don't matter if he a mechanic that work for one of the car lots. Don't matter. I am always going to submit and give my king his props. And Miss Underwood went on to say that my role is to provide advice and then concurrence. See, Miss Underwood was raised by women that saw things through a different lens. She came up in an era where things were different. Women thought differently. Not all, but some. Because 304's been around since the beginning of time. Thought's been around since the beginning of time. Them Thotiana's been around since the beginning of the ages. So women been horned for a long time, but you've always had those virtuous women that sought to do the right thing. So ladies, I ask you, are you the breadwinner in your relationship? And when I say breadwinner, I don't necessarily mean because you make more money, because family, money's not everything. Money is important, but money can also be the root of all evil. So, man, it was refreshing to hear this sister say that it don't matter if this dude got a regular job. He is the head of the household. She is willing to chip in as she see fit. And like she said, a lot of women ain't gonna agree with what she's talking about. And even if a woman does make more money, that does not make her the breadwinner. Money don't mean that puts you as the head of the household. So ladies, I was looking at a video that Big Ward, the genius, made. And he made it yesterday. And basically, in this video, Big Ward went on to say that women need men and men need women. And we got to get out this BS mindset where we believe that, oh, because I make more money than him, I should, what I say goes. I'm the head of the household. And ladies, if you got a man that you don't feel that you can submit to, then perhaps you got the wrong man. And if you have a good man and you still can't submit to him, then ladies, maybe you need to go and do some more work on yourself. Now, first of all, it's an old leadership term. I learned it a long time ago in the military, and it helped me throughout my whole career in life. You can't lead from the rear. And what that means is that you can't ask somebody to do something that they have never done and not willing to do themselves. So, ladies, I get it. I'm not going to sit up and tell you that if your man is a bum and he ain't got his ish together, I'm not going to tell you to follow that kind of man. No, you shouldn't. It would be ludicrous for you to follow that kind of dude. But at the same time, men, if you know you got your ish together, I'm not going to sit up and tell you to tolerate an unruly woman. Now, I was looking through my son's page and I saw some comments, and I saw this one comment that really stuck out. It was from one of the subscribers, a lady. I forget her name, and I apologize for that. What her screen name is, but she was saying that she's in her 50s and that she went on. Her husband divorced her. And it wasn't because she was unruly, that she was not, wasn't submissive or wasn't feminine. It was because the lady that he divorced her for basically made more money than what she made. And you know what she said? She said, hey, listen, like it or not, at least he was honest. Hey, babe, Baby girl over here, you know what I'm saying? She making $160,000 a year, and you only making perhaps maybe, I don't know, 60 or 70. Hey, you know, for him, I guess to him, money was more important than his marriage. So you're going to have those anomalies where you're going to have good women and you're going to have dudes, for whatever the reason, they're just not going to be enough for them. So that exists as well. But when you look at the onset of it, you got to take it like this, and you got to look at it like this. Everybody has a role to play. See, everybody can't be the quarterback. Everybody can't be no Hurts, no Brady, no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson. Everybody can't be the quarterback. Somebody got to be the lineman, the block. Somebody got to be the tight end, the receiver, the running back. Everybody got to play their role on the team. And the problem is, sometimes you have women, ladies, and I'm not trying to, dwell on y'all, but ladies, sometimes, y'all are not fit, you're not feminine, and you're not submissive. But then, not only that, you want to be the quarterback in the relationship. You want to be the running back, the tight end, the block. Hell, you even want to be the head coach. So you don't want to play no position. And when you busy trying to play all these different positions, you ever heard the old saying, "Jack of all trades and a master of none"? Yeah, I get it. You got the young brother Travis Hunter. You got Deion Sanders. Sometimes you got players that can play offense and defense. But even still with that, I mean, they ain't trying to play every position on the offense and every position on the defense, and then trying to tell the head coach what plays to call. So, family, we got to look at it like this: we are in these times that the enemy is going to continuously pit good against bad. The enemy is going to continuously pit men against women. Women against men. That's the whole. That's the enemy's plan. And this whole thing about men say, I don't need a woman. Man, listen, you're a damn fool. Now, what I mean by need, I don't need a woman to help me pay my bills. I don't need a woman to help to bring me peace. But what a woman does is bring balance. Because if you look at it, and anybody who has ever practiced martial arts, you know what the yin and the yang means. You have the hard and you have the soft. You have the push and you have the pull. So there must be balance in all things. There's nothing that has ever been created that does not have some form of balance to it. And anything that's out of balance, out of whack, is going to falter. So I don't want to make this a long one, but I do want to make it a good one. And what Miss Underwood had to say made a lot of sense. And if more women would take a note out of her memoirs, her journal, perhaps we can start to make a change. But as long as women thinking, well, hey, listen, as long as I'm young and I look good, a lot of them think they look good, but they really average. But as long as I got this body, or I can go trick off and get money. Or as long as you have women who think that, they got all these degrees, I'm a PhD, and I make this money a year, you ain't never going to get no change because, ma'am, as a man, I don't care about your money and your degrees because none of that is benefiting me. How's that benefit me? Because you got a PhD and you make $200K a year. That ain't doing enough for Big D. But to make it fair, men, if you ain't got your shit together and you still living at home or perhaps homeless, well, you shouldn't be trying to date because you are not in a position, you can't even take care of yourself. So how you going to provide for a woman? So men, we need to make sure that we set the good example first. And if we set a good example for women to follow, perhaps we can get women to start to fall in line and play their position. And as long as everybody understands that there can only be one quarterback and there can only be one head coach, there can only be one CEO, until we get that, we're going to continuously take L's in our relationships. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.